a hot time we can talk about that.
Oh, wing live.
Ian, I don't want you to get worried about anything, but I'm pretty sure we're live, and I'm pretty sure Oxford are in the playoffs.
Oh my God! Don't tell me that. I've got stage fright.
It's actually happening. It's actually happening. Oh, I'm very excited right now. I should probably turn off the Man United game, though, because that's probably not helpful to be watching right now, is it? Yes, right.
You put on whatever game you want to put on. It's kind of blind. It's kind of you can't see it on camera, but I can see it, and it's kind of a bit faded by the sun. But hello to everybody out there. I don't think there's many of you on there at the moment, but hello and welcome. Welcome to a game who we didn't even think would be covering until up until the magic of what happened last weekend. But it is Oxford versus Blackpool in the first leg of the playoffs. And it's what a glorious sight to see it on Sky TV and to see fans back in that Kassam stadium.
Why am I not there?
I don't know.
I probably should be there, but then I wouldn't be able to live stream with you, Ian, and it would be terrible. It would be terrible, and we'd all be sad.
At the moment, it looks like kind of a Papa John's World Championship game with the level of attendance.
So there's 6 men and a dog.
Well, I don't think you bring dogs
yes.
in. Maybe if you need a seeing eye dog or something.
I am very quickly. I know it's early and there's only 7 people on, but I am going to say hi to everyone who comes on. So hello to PJ Simpson and Blackpool Matt, who's saying let's be having you. This is going to be good. I want as much banter from you, Matt, as you can possibly provide us with in this game. Although don't make Ian cry, because I'm the one who has to pat his back, and then wifey's going to have to take him to bed in tears.
I am quite sensitive as well, so please go easy on me.
Let's hope Blackpool go easy on Oxford. That's what we're looking for.
Well, let's hope Oxford don't go easy on Blackpool and actually turn up for a game against Blackpool like we didn't do last time they came to the Kassam Stadium, where we were terrible.
Yeah, so Oxford haven't scored against Blackpool yet this season, Ian.
No, but I think you were actually there, Tom, the last time Oxford scored against Blackpool.
Was that 2 years ago? The match I went to.
It wasn't 2 years.
3 years ago.
It was early 2020, wasn't it? Because I think it was like January 2020. Marcus Brown scored 2 goals.
I believe you are correct. I believe that you are right. Should we look at team news, Mr. Allen?
I think we should.
I'll bring out Oxford's team sheet now, live on the screen.
Have you thanked PJ?
I haven't actually thanked PJ yet for Super Chat. PJ, thank you. Every time I turn this on, I am just excited to see you and see what Super Chat you send us. And it is hype, babe.
Hype. And that is a lesson to all of you of the level of Super Chatting you should be doing.
All 10 of you.
Right, Tom's getting some fixtures up on... Not fixtures, he's getting some team news.
There, it's ready for you.
Now, and... not a huge amount of shocks in Oxford United's lineup. Obviously, the biggest one is Sam Long is not fit enough to play, which is a big blow, and it is a big disappointment because he has arguably been, if not player of the season, one of the best players of the season, although I think he did get the player of the season award as voted for by the fans. But Jamie Hansen comes into that right-back slot. Better news is James Henry is past fit and is playing. But the only other change is Shadipo out and Barker in, which I don't think there's going to be too many people complaining about that one. But other than that, it's a good Oxford United lineup. It's the lineup that's pretty much been on fire at the back end of the season. So Oxford should be in good form going into this game.
I think the real question is, where is Simon Eastwood?
There's a nice warm part of the bench for him. A bit where he doesn't need to warm up. He can just sit down and chill, and everybody can talk about what a great goalkeeper he used to be.
I don't think there's any questions about this. I think I'm happy to see Barker over Shadipo. Although Shadipo obviously did score against Burton, but I think we're both a bit more sold on a Lee Barker pairing there. Too bad about Sam Long.
Yeah, I think there's no argument about that. I think most people would have rather seen Oh,
Yeah.
Branner's Barker.
And Henry and Sykes have been pretty good driving forces. Both of them are more attacking than defensive, so it's good to see them driving the team forward.
Yeah.
Should we do our customary chat of where is Dan Agee?
Yeah, we can do, but I wasn't expecting him to start in this one. He's on the bench. Oxford's bench actually looks pretty strong, actually. There was, I mean, Robbins, other than maybe you could have thrown that wild card in of Sean Clare, but Robinson's not going to do that. But I think Oxford's bench looks all right. I think you've got your options of actually Agee and Winnell. You've got Shadipo on there. If you need to kind of bring some defensive players on, you've got Rand McNally. You've got although that would be a big ask for him.
It's all over
you've got Goran and you've got Ford. Yeah, I know. You got Goran, you got Ford. So you should. It's a good options for Oxford on. No, just kind of like your none of your bog standard Liam Kelly's.
Thank God. And we move on that note of Liam Kelly, which destroys my soul, to the opposition lineup. Ian, talk me through the Blackpool we see today.
Yeah, well, we should get Matt's comments, really. What do you think about the starting lineup, Matt? Put that in the chat, and that will help us out a bunch, because we're kind of guessing a little bit. Kaikai not being there is a bit of a surprise. Must be injured. They've gone with their usual 4-4-2. They've gone with I don't really understand about the Medine, because you were saying that like they still talk about him as like their best player.
Well, I think they said that every time I read about him, especially in it's like the Blackpool Chronicle or whatever, they talk about how he's the best striker in the actual team. But obviously Yates has banged in 22 goals this season and been awesome. So it is what it is. Keshi Anderson's a great player. It's good to have him back. I think he was injured for a while for them.
He was good against Oxford.
Sam, I think. I mean, Matt, let me know, but it does feel too bad that there's no CJ. Is it Hamilton? Hamilton? I'm pretty sure it's Hamilton. And Kaikai, like those two players are awesome, and they're so good coming up behind Yates. So that,
although Matt's goal scorer, ex-Oxford United's Luke Garbett, is there, the man he described as has a foot like a traction engine.
He was all right for Oxford when he played for him. Nothing special, but not a bad player in any way. Let's see. Matt says, pretty decent. Keshi starting is a bit of a shock, but besides that, looking good. Shame Kaikai and Ward are still injured. Medine just came back from injury. Yeah, Keshi's amazing, by the way, just not played a lot recently. Everything I read about Keshi said the same thing, and it said it'd be really helpful that he was back in the side.
How well do you know him?
Oh, really well. We go out for pints at least once every couple of weeks, even during lockdown.
Matt can call him Keshi. You could call him Mr. Anderson.
Sorry, Mr. Anderson.
There you go.
If he scores, you have to do it like it's the Matrix.
What, a really, really poor Agent Smith impression?
Yeah, like all of our impressions on this channel, a really poor version of something.
Yeah. Right, they're flooded in now. William Golder. What's he trying to spell there?
I believe it's the color tangerine. I don't know. Very quickly, guys, everybody who's watching this, if you could please smash the like button for us. It really helps to get the channel out, and it helps people to join in watching. We're getting muted, William. I'm midway through a promotion, and we're getting muted. How dare you? I know where you live.
Right. Tom, are we allowed to send you congratulations for your big achievement today?
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Everybody say congratulations in the chat, because it was a big day for Tom today, because he finally lost his final baby tooth. No, that's not right. He he passed his driving test. Yay! That is right. Tom actually passed his driving test today. Congratulations. He is a man that can now get out and about in this country and not just have to go back to America if he wants to drive a car.
Yes, but I can drive one here, and everybody get off the roads in Oxford. Thanks, Ian. Jonathan Harath says he's conflicted about who he wants to win. Jonathan, it's an Oxford United channel. The only Tangerine fan allowed is Tangerine Matt. You are supporting Oxford in this game, so help us. Jake Green.
Kassam Stadium filling up nicely. Nice bit of glorious sunshine in Oxfordshire. I don't know if weather's been like down with you, but for us it's like thunderstorms, then sunny, then thunderstorms, then hailstorms,
100%.
then sunny. It's been fucking crazy. Yeah. Robinson in the stands, remember?
That's where they play best when he's not there to berate them in person, when they can just hear him from above, like God. His message
They
comes
might not be able to
down
hear him
like
today.
God.
If those 2,000 fans make enough noise, you might actually be able to block Karl Robinson out.
I mean, if they can manage it, I wish them well. Very quickly, Jake Green, I had a license since I was 16, but it's American. This is an actual license for this country. You're welcome, William. Definitely better to stay off. Haven't seen the KR interview, but I'm sure it's good. Jonathan Harris says, but he wants Wickham to play Oxford next season. That is a good point. At least we have that to look forward to if Blackpool and Lincoln or Sunderland knock Oxford out of the playoffs.
Karl Robinson's interviews lately have actually been bugging the crap out of me.
Oh, well, that's a change from normal, isn't it?
I hate his comment where he said it's the best team against the worst team. That just was like
extremely
excuses in there early, Karl.
Jeez, he does like to do this stuff, though, doesn't he? He
does. He likes to play up the kind of the gravity and the importance of what his team have achieved.
Well, he writes his own narrative, Ian. He writes his own narrative, and what a good narrative it is. Really quickly, who else do I need to say hello to? I said hello to Jake Green. I said hello to William Golder. We said hello to Jonathan Harris. Alex Christodoulou, good to see you. Thank you for coming back on the channel. Neil SD is back on with us again as well. Who else is out there? Who else has thoughts about this game? Please, if you get the chance, smash the like button. If you're enjoying the channel, only a little bit of time left in this season. Join us on Patreon. Help support us. We're going to produce a bunch of European Championship videos, and I'm also going to take a week off.
Don't worry, he'll leave it all for me to do for
That's
you.
correct.
Lost my train of thought there for a little bit. Right. So myself and Thomas are both watching this game through apps or devices. How are you? I'm watching it on my Sky player on my laptop.
How
about yourself, Tom?
I'm watching it through Now TV on my Xbox. So yeah.
Okay. So what we're saying is there's probably going to be some of you watching it on Sky on your TV, and you're going to be freaking miles ahead
probably
of us. But obviously we can't avoid anything like spoilers. So if you do put spoilers in the chat, that's absolutely fine. We can't avoid it. Try not to, but we understand if you do. I've just seen Blackpool are wearing white, which really concerns me. I'm
on the wrong channel.
Also, so bear with us if we're miles behind the game and I'm commentating on things that you've already seen. If I'm saying Barker's down the wing and you already know Barker's fallen over and it's gone out for a goal kick. Just bear with me. I'm really excited. Let me have my moment.
I'm really excited to actually watch a game with you for once, Ian. Normally you watch the game and I'm on like BT Sports Center telling you everything else that's happening. This time...
Oh, yeah. What? You're on bloody Candy Crush.
Sorry, let me put my phone away in that case.
Crushing it. So what Oxford are about to come out in their resplendent yellow shirts, and but they are facing the Giants of Blackpool in their white and orange away kit. I remember I commented on that before. What does Blackpool always have to have orange on there, or tangerine?
Let's get the colours right, you know.
But their home kit is tangerine. Their away kit, white and tangerine.
I just had this really, really stupid thought where I was like, "Oh, that ground looks really familiar." Of course it does.
Right, Jonathan Harris already ruined it. He said Oxford have scored already. Fucking hell, Jonathan.
Have they? They can't have.
No, I think he's just whining us.
Why? Why would you? Robert Allen's on. Hello, Robert Allen. And Puckurge. Puckurge is here. Swansea fan, 2-1 to Blackpool. Sorry, but they're too strong. Fair enough. Fair.
Boo! That's fair enough, though. And thank you for coming on. And how did you feel about the Swans? The Swans' game yesterday.
The Swans' game. Also, hello to Roger Cantel. Good to see you again, mate. Everybody, smash that like button. You're all under orders. Thank you. There we go. Ian, go back to talking. I'm threatening our loyal viewers.
It's fine. Sometimes they need a bit of a beatdown. It's absolutely fine. I can't wait for this game to start now. I hate build-up. I hate anything on Sky, BT, BBC. I hate filler.
Yeah, 100%.
Before a game. I know, and I'm well aware that we've just tried to do that for the last 15 minutes, but what can you do? There he is. There's Brandon Barker. No doubt, if Lord Lucan was on here, he'd be talking about his hair.
100%. Did you know that Chris Maxwell is tied for the most clean sheets in the country by the look of it?
I knew he was the top clean sheeter in League One, and I know Lincoln goalie was second, I think. But I think he was like 6 ahead.
Yeah.
But yeah, impressive stuff.
I'm starting to think that Karl Robinson's going to stay in the stands next season if they win the playoffs, because they've yet to lose a game with them there. Yet to lose a game. Oh, look, there's a bunch of yellow balloons.
Well, I think most people would be happy with that, but do you think that you can keep Karl Robinson in the stand? I am actually. We have to watch it on mute as well because we can't. You don't want to avoid trying to avoid any copyright strikes. So let me know what the atmosphere is like there as well. Let me know if the Oxford fans are sounding in good voice. Let me know if it sounds good. Let me know if there's anybody that you know that's there. I've got a couple of my friends that have gone that were season ticket holders, and I feel bloody jealous.
Oh wow!
But yeah, it looks
Oxford are not taking.
It looks pretty.
You just see that?
I don't think I've got to it yet.
Blackpool all took a knee, and Oxford all stood. Interesting. That will go well for Oxford's reputation of being mildly racist.
Wow. Here we go. He is in an insulting mood today, isn't he? Are you saying that's why Shadipo was dropped? No, let's not talk about that. Right, let's sweep that under the rug. And yeah, it's weird to see Oxford fans in the away bit of the stadium as well. But Blackpool get us going. Oxford haven't had a kick yet, but they will now with a throw-in.
Yeah, Jake Green, Blackpool knelt, we stood. Yeah, I saw that. It's just interesting. It's an interesting decision.
I think that it's. I don't know. It's a funny one. I think it's. There's a lot of people that kind of like take it as that symbol has lost its meaning, so they don't want to support it. Yeah. But
again, the term PR nightmare just always comes to mind. Ian, I'm going to do my absolute best if anything actually exciting happens to not shout loudly like I did in the playoff final last year.
And I don't see that. On the few games where you've been able to watch along with me, I don't think you're quite that capable of doing it, Thomas.
Well, I don't understand why, but last year I did not understand the importance of this here playoff fixtures, but this year I do. Jake Green, we don't bend the knee.
Good run by Sykes there. Good Elliot Lee behind there. No, I like it because straight away I've seen this game's only like 1 minute in, but straight away you see the difference from how and good work by Barker. Okay, Oxford came to nothing, but you're already seeing how different Oxford are from earlier on in the season. And I remember when they played Blackpool, they resorted to that kind of just trying to ping 30, 40 yard passes out to the wings. Yeah. Very, very early in the game, like Blackpool pressed them out of that any of their passing game, and Oxford just can't afford to do that today. They have to stay on that passing game, even if they like a bit under the cosh. They have to keep going to that and use that long ball as a surprise ball. Because straight away you saw like Barker had the ball, Sykes ran beyond him, Lee ran beyond him. Good signs that you didn't see.
Red, what color? Give him a color. Sorry, you're gonna. Yeah, you're right. I can't be quiet.
I tell you, I wonder what's going to happen here, and I wonder if there's a long ball by
Jeremiah.
All right, Sykes through.
Dirty foul. Yeah, referee.
Yellow card in it a bit.
Man, unbelievable.
Yellow card.
Yeah. I mean, if Husband doesn't make that tackle, his teammate might actually have just bodied Jeremiah off the ball there, but this is not a great foul. It's good area. Ian, talk to me about free kick.
Well, you talk through it, Tom. You're going to be ahead of me. It's a good area. It's probably going to be Henry or it's going to be Elliot Lee taking this one. But you talk me through it because you're going to see it ahead of me.
Right. Lee, Barker, and Ruffles all standing over it right now. It's really good range. It was a great attack. Good little couple touches as well to get that ball through to Sykes, though, wasn't it?
Classic chat update. I love the fact there's some people going, surely a penalty and a red card like Roger Cantel. And then the voice of reason, who's not an Oxford fan, Pucker said, no, not a penalty, not a red card. But I love everyone's talking about that. My brother just says, a lot of police at the game.
The free kicks come to nothing. He tried to put it under the wall from 25 yards out, and it just hit their feet.
Yeah. Well, that's what he did. That's what he did in the last game against Burton. He hit it under the wall, and the goalie made a real hash of it. So he's going for the same again. Disappointing, that, isn't it? Disappointing. He couldn't. Yeah, annoying.
You just wish he'd had a pop.
Just trying to be too clever, aren't they? Sometimes.
Yeah, 100%.
From that instance, this early on in the game, you'd rather see him balloon it over the bar than hit it into the wall.
Yeah, every time it hits the bottom of the wall, you're like, at least if it nicks off a head or something, you're like, I bet maybe that would have gone in. Ball's never going in what he's just hit. Oh. What? Pinball in front of the Oxford goal right now. It cleared it.
Jake Green is clearly watching The Hobbit because he's talking about where is Kelly the Hobbit. So the only reason you could be asking about that is if you were watching Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit. So
because Kelly's a tiny human being that's good at free kicks. It's pretty much the only thing he offers.
Is he?
I thought that's the only thing he offers. Isn't the only thing he offers that he can hit a free kick?
Because he scored one.
Yeah, it's more than that free kick just scored. It's terrible. Terrible. I'm insulted.
Elliot Lee also has one.
It's not enough. Needs to do better. Oh, Oxford are playing with fire out the back today. Like,
are they playing with gay abandon?
Yes. Robert Allen says he was relaxed before the game, calmer than last season versus Pompey. I am not calm before this game. I was getting really excited for it, which is the opposite.
I was calmer than the game against Pompey. I think I felt the game last season was really weird, right? And I felt like I really felt Oxford were the best side going into those playoffs. Yeah. And I really felt like it was a really good opportunity to go up. This season, it feels a little bit more like a bonus to be there. Not that I don't want Oxford to win, obviously, but on the flip side, I do actually think Oxford are in really good form going into these playoffs, whereas last season, form was kind of irrelevant because it was a break between March and August between people playing a game. And you saw that Oxford, in all three of those playoff games last season, Oxford really never got going in any of them.
Well, because I watched, I think, all those games actually with you. And Oxford, in all three of those games, offered less in 90 minutes than they had. Oh, Barker on a brilliant run down the left. He's beat two men. He's hurdled a third shackle. He's driving forward, men on his right. Plays him in. Have a dig. Played across. Oh, he's hit Taylor. Oh, for God's sake. Taylor's gotten in the way of Henry's shot. It was a first-time effort, and he's just gotten right in the way of it. Sorry, Ian. Like, it was a really great
I'm watching it
Barker.
now, but absolutely wonderful run by Barker. And it's just for the difference if he can take into attack. Yes, James. James Henry's hit Taylor.
Yeah. It's just too bad because that is definitely going at least to the right of the goalkeeper and is at least going to elicit a save. But then Taylor's offside as well. But such a good run from Barker. Jesus.
Yeah, whew. I mean, that's what he can do. That's what he's capable of. He
plays for Rangers,
he goes on these runs and it's brilliant at getting Oxford up the pitch. And again, you see him. He's so much better at that than Shadipo is at just being direct and running at people.
Yeah, Henry is up for this game. I mean, he might end up getting himself sent off, but he is all over the place right now in the most positive way I can say that. Like, you'll see it in a second, Ian, but like. He's going for it. He's going for everything. Yeah, Neil's worried. You can see it. Neil Critchleys is just getting nervous, pacing. Well, I've completely lost track of everything since it's been so exciting for the last couple of minutes.
That's okay. You stay on the hype train. Jake's just agreeing with me, saying the season feels a lot better. A lot of my brother waxing lyrical about Barker. But yeah, you were going to say something about Oxford didn't look very good at all in the playoffs.
Yeah, the playoffs last year were absolute garbage. I mean, like both games against Portsmouth, it seemed like both sides had decided penalties were the only way to make a decision about it. Like neither side really offered a huge amount going forward, and it was turgid. And then in that final, there was a Jeremiah Sykes goal and about nothing else around it. Whereas in the opening 10 minutes of this, I've shouted more than I did in 3 playoff games last season.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch that second half of the Oxford-Wycombe game, Oxford were the better side. Yeah, they had a few chances. Wycombe centre-back gave some great challenges, and Oxford could have won that one. That's probably the best they played out of all of the games.
Yeah.
The Pompey games were just they were horrible.
Bad. The first half of that Wickham game as well was bad. Second half, you're right. There was I can't remember who the center back is. Jonathan, remind us who the center back was that had like literally 5 goal line clearances, because he was unreal in that match.
Corner for Blackpool, Tom. Keep an eye on this. This is how they scored a goal from a corner at the Kassam Stadium. It's where Oxford can't afford to give anything easy or cheap away.
Hint: no goal.
That's a big hint.
They do have a throw in down the other side near the corner flag, though. Not a lot happening.
Yeah, I tell you what. I mean, just those little things, and I'm sure Tom will probably appreciate this more than me, because I'm a person that likes to alienate myself from the world. But when you do hear the real fan noise again, it is so nice.
Yeah.
And that FA Cup final when Tielemans ran that goal in, just seeing the fans behind the goal go crazy, just made it feel so much more special.
It did indeed. So Oxford have kicked off. They've got the ball back. Somehow, obviously, Sky managed to not follow what was happening, or maybe I just missed it. But long ball forward's gone, what looks like completely out of play. Just kind of messing around at the back and then booting it forward for no apparent reason.
Anthony Stewart. Anthony Stewart.
Yeah, he was absolutely immense in that game. I think he might have been the most frustrating opposition player I've watched in a long time. He had the game of his life in that playoff final, didn't he? I mean, it was just tackle after tackle, goal line clearance, throwing his body at every shot that came in. And I think Oxford must have had like 10 actual shots on goal in that, with him just everywhere.
Yeah, there was a lot of him being a bit of a git, really, wasn't he? He was just getting in the way a lot.
He did. He got in the way of everything Oxford tried to do. Oh, well defended from Oxford. It looked like Blackpool were getting a real head of steam up, but the ball into the box is cleared by one of the assorted Oxford 7 that were back defending. And Blackpool now have
it's so weird. I mean, it's so weird being as far behind as I am, because at the moment you say that, Oxford were like doing a really good job pressing, but then long one ball forward.
Yeah.
And it nearly kind of got Blackpool in, which is a bit of a worry.
Yeah, it opens right back up. But they did well. They got all their bodies in.
Who's the big tall guy up front for Blackpool?
I am going to go out on a limb and say it's Yates.
I mean, he's wearing white, so he could only be like 3 foot tall.
Right, he looks like a giant, doesn't he? Yeah. So we'll break and play for free. This is weird, me doing play-by-play for this, but apparently I've taken it upon myself to do this because of my lead and the fact that I cannot keep quiet.
I just had a bit of a technical hitch there for a second, but I think I'm back on now. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Ian Allen. We need to get you some new headphones and a mic, which is a good time for me to say, if anyone wants to support us and get Ian some good headphones and a mic, please support us on Patreon. Details are on the screen. Join us. And by screen, I mean chat.
But also hitting that like button would help me out as well a lot.
Yes, please smash the like button. Oh, it is Yates. It is Yates who's the giant up front. Thought so. I've done something right.
Yates.
It is beautiful in Oxford right now. The sun is out. A good day for football. The ground is wet because it's rained every 7 minutes as well.
It wouldn't be that nice though, because there'll be a lot of twats riding bikes around.
The game's getting a little bit bittier now that we're actually 12 minutes in. It's been a really exciting start to the game.
Yeah, I know. I maybe shouldn't have called Oxford for the way they were playing after 1 minute.
Well,
kind of maybe you should. I mean, let the game settle down a little bit more. I got excited.
Good. I need you to get excited. We need you to be excited because everyone's seen me on this channel, and it's worrying. It's extremely worrying how excited I can get over essentially. Oh, Sykes has stolen the ball in the middle of the pitch, right off the midfielder's foot, and gone straight through. Was it Bobby Madley, the referee, to do it? That was quite good. Oxford now just possessing it. I thought they were going to go on a run there.
In possession.
Jonathan Harris, I can confirm once I hit the like button, the video instantly turned into 8K quality. See? We told you. It makes a world of difference. Barker has actually just received the ball on the left and slowed down to try and get the player. To get the player closer to him. He's given the ball to Sykes, and Sykes has been felled by Embleton. Is it Embleton? Yeah, Embleton. I'm a little bit confused how it's not a
This
card.
is a very easy game for me so far. But usual Patreon contributor Robert Allen, send us another $5. Thank you very much, Robert. That's great of you to do that. Thank you very much.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, that was one of those ones where I've just seen that, and that's like
that should be a yellow.
Oh, do you think that was a bad foul? Card.
No, I just think it was. He knew exactly what he was doing. He just floored it.
It looked like Sykes kind of turned his back and jumped into him a little bit.
No, Sykes set his body, and they knew what he was doing. Poor free kick from James Henry goes straight to the goalkeeper.
I don't think I should tell Tom this, but Man United have scored apparently. So he's gonna go on to that for a little bit. So I'm still in the second half of Oxford versus Burton. Elliot Leeds just scored a free kick under the goalie, under the wall.
Right, let's see this. De Gea, long ball into the midfield. Bruno Fernandes flicks it to Cavani. It looks like he might be offside. I will be surprised if he's on, but if this goal counts, it is a superb assist from Bruno Fernandes, and Cavani scored from like 35 yards in.
Wow.
He's chipped the goalkeeper from 10 yards off the halfway line.
I don't know why.
I really hope this counts.
I could have that game on too. I haven't got it on. But...
Oh my god, mate. It is filth what he's just done. Absolute filth. Bruno Fernandes, back heel flick off a De Gea ball, and Cavani has just, I shouldn't say this on live things, but I'm very aroused.
There we go. Look, I mean, again, Blackpool very, very good at stopping Oxford from playing so far. From what I've seen, they just won't let Oxford pass the ball around in little triangles, which is what they like to do. Yeah. They're very good at just getting in and breaking it up, which is, again, hopefully isn't something that Oxford get. What's the word? Discouraged by.
Watch this goal all day.
And go into playing kind of go against what they're good at. They just have to find a way to try and play through it.
Well, the good news, Ian, is I'm back on the Oxford game, so I'll let you take over for a little bit of play-by-play because there's not a huge amount happening right now.
Yeah, I mean, isn't it typical of the Football League isn't it typical of
Premier League?
Premier League, isn't it as well? Yesterday was all about the Championship, and it felt kind of nice to have a whole evening dedicated to the Championship playoffs. And today it's kind of there's some playoffs, but who cares about that? Because we've got Premier League.
They do this every year as well, don't they? They did this last year when League One really needed the money as well. And these clubs really needed it, having been shut down, and there were Premier League games throughout the entire playoffs.
Yeah, there were.
In fact, Man United may well have played the last time Oxford were in a playoff game, if memory serves.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the final, but there definitely were Premiership games on during the semi-finals.
Semis.
Just because it was in that time, like what it's been for this season, really, for the large part, it's been a Premier League game every single day of the week.
Yeah,
which I think the majority. Who's interesting to say, Abington, and I know the league, the actual Premier League itself has kind of fizzled into nothing with only European places to play for now. But who's actually a bit sick of the Premier League this season? Let me know in the chat because I think me and Tom definitely are.
Oh my god, I'm so bored of it. This is honestly the most excited for a football match I've been for 3 months, maybe.
Roger Cantel said it's a good start.
But... Barker on the ball on the left side. He's got it. He is driving across the face. They still got it. He's playing it across. They're slowly moving backwards, though. They play with the ball too much. Back on the halfway line.
Don't play
but
with
at least
the
they still have possession.
Do
you I think that was my catchphrase when Oxford had White and Brown as the wingers. And they managed to maintain possession no matter what. And you always used to be really annoyed. And I was like, but they've still got the ball in. And that's all that matters.
9/10 of the law. But when you were losing 1-0, it was kind of get on with it. Yeah, Roger Cantel's gone off for a burger. He said he enjoyed it, a bit cagey now, so he's gone for something to eat. Lord Lucan is in the house.
What up, Lukey?
Lordy is in the house. You should have been here earlier. You've missed some great close-ups on Brandon Barker, and you've been having a field day, sir.
Oh, what a save from Stevens! Goal line clearance from what I want to say is Brannigan. Ball across the face. Oh my god, it is absolute anarchy in the box, Ian. I'd say close your eyes, but I need you to actually tell me what's happening.
Okay.
Blackpool still with the ball back heel, crossing from the right. cleared out again, and it's finally driven clear. And
It-
that
it-
was a
hot knife
sustained
through
couple
butter
minutes of
there, isn't
pressure.
it? So I'm just going to see the save. A great save from Stevens. Very much scrambling around. Yeah. Just about keeping the ball out of the net there.
That was emotional. But Blackpool, it was clear, but Blackpool are coming in again. They're on the right wing, but not enough players have come with him. They're all kind of almost arguing with each other that they're not doing enough. And it's one of those where he's tried to drive it from 30 yards and hit one of his teammates instead. But Stevens with a great save. And then was it Brannigan with a goal line clearance?
I didn't actually see. I might have to see that one again on the replay, but it's
oh wait, no. Who's the tallest player on the pitch?
Probably Atkinson.
It maybe is Atkinson in that case. But everyone back there's like 3 players making a clearance in this move. One blocks a cross. Stevens blocks the shot. Looks like maybe it is Atkins that gets a goal line clearance. And is it Sykes or somebody in the center who just clears it out again?
Well, is Atkinson playing everybody on, really? But it's a great save from Stevens, as you say. Yeah, it's actually Elliot Moore with the block. And then it's Brannigan on the second block that gets it away. Atkinson looked like he might have stopped it as well. But it was Moore who managed to get the block in there. Yeah. Atkinson was actually on the line and probably would have saved it too. But yeah, Blackpool showing their teeth there, showing for the first time quite an easy move and got in behind, opened Oxford up quite a lot there. And Oxford a bit lucky to get away with it.
I don't know. Like, obviously, Ian, you're having to manage the chat a bit more than normally I do it more. But is anyone else surprised at how open a game this is? Because I didn't expect Blackpool to be giving up the opportunities they are, and they definitely are giving up opportunities. Equally, Oxford are playing with quite a lot of risk right now, and they're definitely playing around the back a lot as well.
I wouldn't have expected anything else from Oxford in terms of passing it around at the back. They're confident enough that they can do that, but I guess so. I not really too many people commenting on it. Some people saying it's gone a bit cagey. We've had a good luck from Luke, Northampton Town fan there. Come on, Oxford.
Thanks, man.
Beat them. I'd rather us imps play Oxford at Wembley if we win versus Sunderland. That's from Simon Chanter. Thank you, Simon. And good to have a Lincoln City voice in the chat. And what a wonderful place to live it is.
Oh, that is a bad challenge. Jeremiah Sykes has absolutely flown in on him. No card. Is it a card? Madley's bringing him over. I think referees should have names on the back of their shirts. I'm just saying. It doesn't look like he's going to get a card. League One doesn't care for cards, do they? I mean,
I'll be the judge of this.
He's absolutely floored him.
It's a booking.
And he's never getting to the ball. Bang! It's got to be a booking. I don't think it's a booking. Studs up through him and just floors him. And even, wait till the slow-mo. The look on his face is like, ugh.
Oh, I mean, you could see. I mean, I kind of got the idea of what it was going to be from where you talked about it, but you could see he was just nowhere near. Why even bother? No. I mean, it's such a needless part of the pitch as well to slide in like that.
Yeah, that was extremely rogue. Oh! 1-0. Blackpool scored. Far post. Oxford can't deal with the free kick. Gets played across the front. There's a Blackpool player coming in on the back post that taps it in. That is exceptionally poor defending.
Yeah, but you come back to a needless foul given away, a needless free kick given away there. Blackpool, yeah, it's. I mean, Jesus, that's bad. Yeah, really poor.
It's extremely bad defending, and it's an Oxford player that puts it into the Ruffles.
Jamie
Ruffles
Hansen,
just no, it's Ruffles. I've just watched slow mo. I'm pretty sure. It's Ruffles, and it's just literally played it across the face. I mean, that's a perfect pass on his. Well done, mate. That's an incredible through ball.
I mean, he's played it across the face, but no one else has reacted to it. Everybody else looked like they just turned their back.
Yeah, but that is... I mean, he's literally played it across the 50-yard box.
It is Ruffles. You can't do much from where he is. I mean, he could have maybe even tried to shield the ball out, but the guy's behind him. And everybody... okay, it's not great from Ruffles, but no one else has bloody reacted there. And I guess it's one of those things that it's long story short, it's pretty ropey defended there from Oxford. People not chasing the ball back, giving up on the runners. Blackpool players were the ones gambling to get in there, and they got rewarded for it.
Yeah. Is it Sykes, Jake Green saying? Was it Sykes?
I thought it was
I know
Ruffles.
it's Sykes that committed the foul. I was pretty sure it's Ruffles that plays that ball across the face.
It was Sykes who gave away the foul. It was a needless free kick to give away from the start.
So stupid.
Once you give it away, you've got to defend it properly. And like what happened at the Kassam Stadium earlier on in the season, it's Blackpool that are able to score a pretty soft goal.
Yeah, that was garbage defending.
It's something I didn't say at the start, and it just because you have things in your mind that you're going to say and you forget them. But one of the things that was going on my mind is Oxford are going to have to work damn hard to get goals in this tie, and we just cannot afford to give away anything cheap. And like 20 minutes in, we've given away and arguably we should be 2-0 down, other than a great save by Jack Stevens.
Yeah, and 2-1, let's say. But this is it's an away goal against a team that don't concede a huge amount. So now, no matter what, Oxford have to score 2 goals in this time. I mean,
away goals don't count.
2 goals, but does it not? Not even if it's a draw overall. Oh God.
Away goals don't count
in
playoffs, and that is at least one thing that's a good thing. But
I tell you what, mate, I've just watched this again. Ruffles can do anything with that ball. That was fucking stupid.
Yeah,
he's refused to kick it with his right leg.
Swung a leg at it. He's just literally flicked a leg out his knee. He's done poor.
Well, he's flicked his left boot at it instead of his right. Like with his right boot, he could have fucking hooned that into Rose Edge, but he's tried to back heel it clear. That's just what defender tries to back heel a clearance? Sorry, I'm done. I'll stop.
The answer is Josh Ruffles.
It's 100% is. Blackpool, obviously, I believe, have the most promotions ever from the playoffs. I think they're putting that stat on the screen now.
Yes, they have been running that a lot, saying that Blackpool are the most successful side ever in the playoffs, apparently.
I think, is it Sims? Sims in? 2-0.
Is it really?
Deflection, pops over Jack Stevens from 6 yards out. It is Sims, and this is going from bad to worse for Oxford. Ball down the right, he's cut inside. He's just literally hit it, popped off the defender's foot and gone over Jack Stevens. And this is going from bad to worse for Oxford because they are down 2-0 now to a side that do not concede goals. I think Blackpool conceded less than a goal a game in season. Yeah, he's flicked it over and it's hit off. I can't even see who it is. Who's blonde-haired in defense?
I think it's off Atkinson. It's Atkinson.
Yeah, Atkinson's been poor here. He shouldn't let that ball go over the top of him. I mean, Sims is a giant, isn't he? He's not a small boy.
They made a video game about him.
Did they actually?
It's called The Sims.
It's a great finish, and if you're a Blackpool fan, so Tangerine Matt, congratulations to your team because in the last 5 minutes they completely turned this around, and they're looking really good now.
You're exactly right. I mean, from a Blackpool point of view, that's a great goal from a Blackpool point of view. From an Oxford point of view, seems so easy to concede. It's just one ball into the channel, and he's just flicked it. He's just flicked it back over Atkinson, and he's just taken a bit of a pot shot. And you get your luck. You get your luck for getting shots on target. It's soft defending, it's poor defending, and it's exactly what Oxford couldn't afford to do. And we've given ourselves a bloody mountain to climb.
Well, you're about to see something mildly exciting, and it's not a goal, but Oxford have attempted to retaliate.
Oh, right.
It's a good little attack on their part. It's not great, but it's a good little attack.
Yeah.
Taylor, there's absolutely no need to go for that. You know what he's going to do when that happens.
I think Taylor's has Taylor actually touched the ball yet, though?
No, I don't think so.
It was just like, I think he just gets a bit annoyed when he gets like 25 minutes of games and he doesn't actually touch the ball.
Yeah. Oh, Karl's on the phone. I think he's talking to his agent about getting a new job, but I can't be sure of that because I can't hear him from up here. But he's on his phone and now he's texting.
I think he's actually on the phone to Ainsworth at Wycombe, seeing if he can do like a celebrity job swap for next season.
That'd be quite good.
And we get the rock star coming to Oxford.
Oh, mate, it's the leather pants. Where it's at.
That would get the female numbers up, wouldn't it?
I mean, we could use some female numbers. Also, everybody, please do smash the like button if you're watching this. It really does help the channel. It pushes it out there to everybody. Let us know what you're thinking. Oxford fans, I suspect you're angry. Blackpool fans, I bet you're on cloud nine, and this is the best day
Yeah.
you could imagine. 2-0 up, 25 minutes into the game.
Absolutely, and they haven't let Oxford play any football. I mean, barring like a couple of chances early on in the game, they haven't let Oxford play any football, and they've picked Oxford off really. And Oxford have looked very, very weak in defence. They don't look like they can handle the power of this Blackpool forward line. So far, it's a terrible start, and you just can't see at the moment. It doesn't seem many signs of being able to turn it around.
Matt is a happy boy. And he says, lads, I'm sorry. Don't worry, Matt. We're happy for you.
Man,
If you win and go to the playoffs, we will be happy to have you being in a good mood.
If you win and get to the playoffs, I will be delighted when Lincoln or Sunderland destroy you. I mean, when you win them, of course.
Ian, tone it down. Tone it down. Remember.
I want Blackpool to beat Sunderland 1-0 again in the final. Just like they did in the league.
You know what I really want? I want Sunderland to be 1-0 up in the final, and in the second half, in the final 10 minutes, concede twice, because they love shipping late goals.
Yeah, but Blackpool don't concede goals.
Good point. Good point. Good point. Well, that's a question. Will Blackpool concede a goal in this entire tie at this point? The first 30 minutes say no. Oh my God. Atkins has been done again on the right side. And I think it's Yates has basically tripped himself, but Atkins isn't having a great go of it. Ruffles isn't having a great go of it right now. The left side of Oxford's defense is extremely shaky. A high ball up to Taylor, and he's begging for a foul, which he's been given, but
it's just a long ball again, isn't it? And Atkins trying to be Atkins. I keep calling him Atkins now because you keep calling him Atkins.
Sorry, Atkinson.
Just trying to be too clever, and he does that at times. Sometimes he tries to be too, thinks he's a better footballer than he is, and Oxford got away with one a little bit there. Yeah, it did look like the Blackpool player kind of tripped over his legs a little bit. But free kick for Oxford. I think Blackpool would fancy their chances of defending set pieces from Oxford all day long as well. So
they haven't put a good free kick in yet today. Taylor is getting extremely violent with Ballard in the middle. Ball, free kick's cleared. It wasn't a bad free kick, but it's just cleared by Blackpool, and Oxford have got the ball back on the halfway line, and they're kind of playing around Sykes out wide. Looks like they're going to ping a long ball forward, which I think we've already decided is a bad idea, and Blackpool clear it and they're in possession.
I like Jonathan Herriff here. Karl Robinson was on the phone to... good ball in, wasn't it? Jonathan Herriff is on the phone to Jose to get advice about who to blame, i.e. not himself. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more.
Ian, I don't think I got to tell you about this, but I watched a fantastic interview from Kevin Kiermaier, who's one of the best center fielders in baseball, and he basically... He catches a ball that's not his to catch. It's a teammate's. And he runs 60 yards to go catch this ball directly in front of his teammate who stood under it. Literally has to reach over to grab it. And then tries to throw the ball home to pick someone off. And it fails. And you can see his teammate's really pissed off with him. And he comes out and gives this interview afterwards. And he goes, so I've given this a lot of thought. And I need to be really measured. And, I don't want to make anybody mad here. But I'm the best center fielder there is. I am literally, I put myself up there, the best players out there, and I make the plays, and you're just it's a Karl Robinson interview right there. Just I'm the greatest thing ever. I mean, it didn't work, but me.
Lord Lucan's been rubbing his balls again. Lord Lucan saying he's rubbed his crystal ball, and it will finish 2-2.
I mean, I think that right now, if you offered Oxford 2-2, they'd take it.
Fucking course. If you offered us 2-1, we'd take it.
Yep.
If you offered just to be at this point, Oxford just need to be in the game come the second leg, and then that's a. I mean, obviously, Blackpool robbed us right away at the start, where they should have had a man sent off, and even though it was 5 to 10 yards outside the box, Oxford should have had a penalty.
Obviously, Barker down the left, ball in. Oh, it's a corner at least. It is a corner.
Oh, it's a corner.
Goal kick.
Oh.
It looked like a goal kick. Madley just took a very long time to make the decision. I don't think Oxford have played badly in this game. I think they've been stupid. They they've been naive. This is what they do. This is what has happened to them so many times this season, where they've looked really good for the first 20 or 30 minutes, and they've just shipped a couple goals, and all of a sudden the match has completely changed.
Yeah.
But they had the better chances at the beginning of the game. They're still creating chances, but at the back,
yeah, you worried
weird
about
Jekyll and Hyde.
At the moment, you can see Blackpool scoring again, which is probably the biggest worry of the whole tie, really.
It's just, the left side of defense is just looking incredibly weak right now,
which is surprising.
Yeah, no, it is. But this is what Oxford have done this season. Is they've got this awesome defense, and then just every now and then, it just falls apart. Here they are, though. They're attacking. It's a 3-on-3. Sykes out wide, left to Barker. Barker driving in. He's in the box. His touch is way too heavy. Way too heavy. Oxford appealing for a handball, not given, and there's no VAR, so they're never going to get it. Oh, that was an opportunity.
It sounds like Barker clearly the main threat here. Like Sykes,
100%.
Nice ball out from Sykes there to Barker. Let's see what Barker.
It is a handball, but they're never going to give it, and there's no VAR.
Yeah,
it's not on purpose, but it's off his hand.
No, I mean those aren't going to be given in without VAR.
No.
And Oxford don't get.
To be honest, I'm not mad at that. No,
Oxford don't get penalties anyway. But yeah, cool. I mean, that's it. I mean, that Barker's causing problems. Oxford have to just try and keep putting this Blackpool side under pressure. They need to find a way back into this game, and it's because if you go 3-0 down, yikes is all I can say. Not even Dan Adjie could rescue us from that, Thomas.
Well, I don't know if that's accurate. Has Taylor been fouled, or is he just arguing and throwing a fit about stuff? Without the commentary, sometimes it's very hard to figure out what's going on, where they just zero in. No, Taylor's commit the foul. Where they just zero in on the face of a player as they walk around, and you're like...
It's just Taylor. He's more of a shit than you would think he is. He's more of an annoying little pest. He does a lot of those little fouls. And
Barker on a run again. There we go. He's beaten 2, taking the ball off his foot. Sykes down the left. 1-on-1 with the keeper. No, he's out wide. He's tried to square it. He should just had a dig. Oh, Oxford are getting chances. They're definitely getting chances. They're going to have to take one soon, though.
Yeah, definitely. We're having a nice little spell here. Blackpool had their little spell. They scored 2 goals. What can Oxford get? But again, Brandon Barker just cutting through the side. Sykes done really well as well. Yeah.
Sykes is having a good game. Barker's having a good game. Brannigan, Captain Zapp is having a good game. It's been 2 stupid errors that cost Oxford, and outside of that, they've been value for money in this game.
That would have been one where Sykes might have been better off to try and shoot, as you said, or look for a better pass rather than just kind of blindly hitting it across the middle.
Yeah,
because they looked like Blackpool got 4 or 5 players back there.
Yeah, Taylor right now is the definition of frustrated. He's just gone up for a header with the center back, but when you can tell that he'd be happy as if he fouled the guy as if he got the header as well. Like, he is just throwing his weight around, just being getting annoyed.
Bugger, isn't he? Yeah, I'll say. But again, it must be a game like this. He will feel that he has responsibility to influence it, and he's been pretty much on the sidelines for 38 minutes. Yeah,
100%. I don't know if there's anything else he could have done. I mean, he's not exactly they're not giving him the ball, which makes it hard for him to do it. Ollie Williamson said bottled it again, same old Oxford. I mean, they have bottled it to this point, but they're not out this tie by any stretch. They just need a goal, and we've seen them come back so many times in the last 2 months, haven't we? I mean, How many games have we seen a last-minute winner in recently?
Exactly.
Weren't they? They were 2-1 down to Gillingham, weren't they?
2-0
in the 3-2. 2-0. Was it 2-0?
2-1 down to Shrewsbury. 2-0 down to Gillingham.
Yeah. Blackpool are getting a remarkable amount of back heels off right now. That is just frustrating to see. Barker seems to be playing really far up. Barker is definitely enjoying this game.
Mm.
Yep, Taylor is leaving something in every time he goes near somebody. It's a good game. It's a very good game.
It's a very open game. It's a very open game. It's good to see that. I mean, obviously, scoreline's dreadful at the moment, but at least it's good. It's an entertaining watch.
Yeah, it's a fantastic watch thus far. And if Oxford lose this, and we can all be disappointed in that, at least we've had a fun playoff game to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be scant consolation. Oxford fans won't look at it like that, will they? But
no, and I'm not asking them to. I'm just
It's you certainly. It's not a tag you kind of you don't want the Spurs tag. Played well, but
absolutely
lost.
Not. Yeah, 100%. You do not want that. Taylor been fouled, so it's a free kick. Looks like Henry.
I think that's the two things I think Matt Taylor's done in this game. He's won a couple of free kicks.
Yeah.
I agree. He looks
really
wound up at the moment.
Really high line from Blackpool. Balls come in, and it's poor for the 120th time.
120th.
Yeah, right. James Henry. James Henry's put one good ball in thus far in this game, and the rest of it has been.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Questionable.
I mean, this is where you need that little Irishman, Liam Kelly.
Yeah. Do you mean the little Hobbit?
Yeah, that's a.
Yeah.
I mean, again, to be fair to it, it's not put into a bad area. You know, it's just there's no runners there. I don't know who to blame on that one, really. It doesn't seem like anybody's making the run. It didn't look like many people actually making a run to try and get on.
Well, you can't play a ball to the 6-yard box when the line is 10 yards off. Like they'd have had to make a 20-yard run into the. If they're going to hold that,
I love the fact some Blackpool fans are there watching it from like the grassy knolls.
The grassy knolls.
That is fucking awesome.
Jeremiah Sykes and Barker are just having field days. I think his Sykes just won a free kick. Oh no, it's a throw in. But he's still done so well just to get that. Nope, everyone's freaking out now. But it's Oxford's ball. Those two
comes into his own a little bit in the playoffs, doesn't he, Sykes? But he's certainly had a good. Just needs to add some goals to his game. But he's had a very good sort of run in back half of the season. He's got better and better and better. But like Brannigan, he just doesn't score enough.
Yeah. Very quickly, everybody, at halftime, we will jump off for 10 minutes to get tea and biscuits and whatnot. We will come in with about 5 minutes left of halftime and chat to you and be here for the whole second half. So if we disappear for a bit, don't take it personally.
Vanos crew clips. Blackpool fan here, but I feel bad for Oxford getting gassed about playoffs, but then bottling it. Yeah, well, we've kind of.
Barker, again, having a field day, trying to take on everybody and their mum. Every trick in the book. Played it in. Deflection, corner. Really good play from Barker. Really good play, too. I want to say it's Branner's, but I have actually no idea. Could be anybody.
Yeah, wonderful play. I'm just watching him. He's got like 3 players around him, and they can't tackle him. Great play. No. Great. Lovely little ball in. Elliot Lee, Taylor with a shot, blocked behind. Good defending. Good work by Blackpool defensively, but good play by Oxford as well. Nice little move. Great, lovely little. Elliot Lee was offside, but.
Oh, what for the? Yeah, you haven't seen the corner yet.
No.
Someone's fouled someone in the box. It looked. Who's fouled? What? Taylor has fouled the goalkeeper, which is unnecessary. And the goalkeeper's clearance in the first place goes right to an Oxford player 12 yards out. So the foul now just needs to calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
He's a bit like there's a couple players on this pitch that are just a bit too hyped.
Who are
myself included.
Who's the other one?
Sykes for one, who's playing wonderfully, but he's a bit too hyped with some of the fouls he's committed.
Yeah.
And then whoever Husband's been all over the shop, although he's had quite a good game. I mean, I'm really enjoying this match. There's so much attacking play from both sides, and Oxford have had the ball for the last 15 minutes.
I like the word endeavour.
Great endeavour. Sykes, really good play. Gets it forward. Are they going to get the foul? No. So it looks like 2 fouls in a row. And Taylor leaves it in for the 130th time on somebody. Yeah, Taylor, everyone knows that there was a foul back there, but what are you doing? I think Taylor's getting his last warning here. He's close to getting carded because this is... How many's he committed?
Yeah, I look like there might have been a foul on the definite, just fucking
There definitely
retaliation.
is. There is a foul.
That's a booking. That's a booking.
Yeah.
It's poor play from it's poor discipline from Matty Taylor there. Experienced player, you shouldn't be doing that. Blackpool are just sitting off now, though, aren't they? They're not. They are. And I know they know half time's coming, but they are just letting Oxford come onto them a bit, and they are just trying to hit long balls over the top as their out ball, which at the moment Moore and Atkinson are dealing with quite well. But it's definitely been a drop off in their intensity. They're not pressing Oxford high anymore. Now they've got a nice little lead to protect.
A little bit of afters there. Oh, a Blackpool player, yellow card. By the look of it. For a bit of pushing and shoving, although it could have been an Oxford player because both of them are pushing and shoving. No, is it Yates? Can't tell. It's not Yates.
Is it because he held on to the ball?
Yeah, he just runs off with it a bit. And yeah, it was Keshi. Keshi gets a yellow. We need him sent off.
Mr. Anderson. Is that right?
Mr. Anderson. Yeah, Mr. Anderson. Gotta be dead to the world. Right before half time, guys, can we get to 30 likes? Can everybody please smash the like button? It'd be great to get to 30 likes. That might actually be a record for us on likes on a live stream, so it'd be great if we could get there. Please do hit that button.
Got a few Blackpool fans in here as well, so
more and more.
Welcome to all of you. It's kind of, I wouldn't say deserve to be 2-0 up, but you've certainly taken your chances. You had that little bit of a spell where 100%. You just hit Oxford, and Oxford just didn't look like they could handle it, and you got 2 goals out of it. But other than that, Oxford have played quite well, but can't break this wall of a defence down.
Yep. Hello to Joseph Billingsley. Come on, Oxford from Sunderland fan. Thank you very much, sir. Good to have you on here.
How are you feeling about tomorrow? How are you feeling? Are you confident about your tie with Lincoln?
Yeah. What is the good word on that? Right. So we've got 2 minutes of extra time. We're into the first one of it. Sorry, added time, not extra time. Blackpool definitely will be happy for half time at this point. They've got the ball. They're not really forcing any sort of issue with it.
Just a couple of times there. Just a couple of things from just watching. I know what it's like. The difference between the two formations and whatnot, but it just seemed like when Blackpool are able to get the ball down and attack Oxford, it doesn't seem like it takes them many passes before they have Oxford like pretty stretched, and it takes like a last minute tackle or a last ditch bit of defending to keep them away. Whereas when Oxford are attacking, you see that Blackpool wall kind of shut up quite well, and they defend a lot better as a unit. Whereas Oxford, it's like a lot more kind of like scrambling, just trying to get the ball away.
Sykes and Barker still down the left are the main outlet, and you can see it. You can see that's the entire game plan now from Oxford is just go at it, get them.
Yeah, Oxford have got to get at least a goal back in the second half. They've got to get at least 1 goal back to take.
Ian,
so you're only.
That's half time. So I'm going to take us off for 10 minutes. Everybody, how are you doing?
The goals we conceded. Let me just turn the volume down on that. Apologies.
Ian Allen, I cannot believe.
Oh no! Disappointed in the manner of the goals we conceded, Tom. We knew, Blackpool are a solid side and a strong side, and you don't want to give them anything cheap. And I felt like we'd given 2 pretty cheap goals here. First goal, terrible defending from a free kick. But poor free kick to give away in the first place. But then Ruffles, what are you doing? Terrible bit of defending by him, and then just a straight long ball in behind. Atkinson's been done by Sims, and Sims deflected in past Stevens. But we've given us not for the first time I'm saying this. We've given ourselves a bloody mountain to climb again.
100%, 100%. They've been their own worst enemy in that respect. They have played really well, truthfully.
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, I'll throw you in on this and just say Do you feel Oxford could get back into this, Tom, and get a goal?
I actually think this game's a lot more open than the scoreline suggests. Oh, what? Ladies and gentlemen, apologies. Some reason YouTube is in a really, really poor mood right now, and so it's having a hard time streaming us, so you may get buffering. I'm not really sure why and what the reason is for that, but we are no longer producing a signal that's apparently worthwhile. Please let us know if you can still see us and still hear us. There are 44 of you, so I'm going to assume you can. I think that Oxford can get a goal. I think they can get 2 goals. I think outside of those 2 ridiculous errors and a couple Atkinson just dumbass mistakes, that Oxford have been fantastic, and I think they've actually played really well. They've created quite a few chances. They haven't yet hit the target, and I know that's a little bit damning, but they've been really good. They genuinely have. If I was an Oxford fan, I'd be happy with the effort that they've shown.
Yeah.
I'd be happy they've turned up and tried to win a game.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with the risk they're willing to put forward for it. And I wouldn't. It's not doom and gloom yet.
Yeah, and Blackpool go into their kind of what we have where they hold mode, which they do really well, and they're a hard team to score against, and they won't press Oxford as high, but they'll back themselves to try and maybe pick us off again and get third on the break and really kill the tie, and try and bank on a bit more soft defending from Oxford. So it is kind of precariously poised, but I do feel Oxford need at least a goal. And it seems to sound like I'm stating the bloody obvious. I feel like Oxford need at least a goal to take up to Bloomfield Road. But let us know what you think. Let us know what you thought of the first half. Let us know. Gaming time. We're losing. Oxford United 0, Blackpool 2 is the score, which is very disappointed from an Oxford United point of view. But let us know what you thought. Let us know what you thought of the first half. Was it all doom and gloom, or do you see Oxford coming back into this? I thought Barker personally looked really good every time he's got on the ball.
Oh my God!
Would like to see a bit more from the likes of Henry, a bit more from the likes of Lee, a bit more from the likes of Taylor. But I feel like Sykes and Barker.
Sykes and
like
Barker have been amazing.
Best route to goals in this one.
Yeah, Sykes and Barker have genuinely been absolutely fantastic in this. And at the end of the first half, I don't know if they were told or what happened, but all of a sudden, every time Sykes got on the ball, he was looking for Barker, and Barker likewise was driving into the middle trying to find Sykes. And if those two can combine, they can definitely create something for this Oxford side, who are looking dangerous when they attack.
But we have got some. We do have some Tangerine fans in the chat as well. So let us know what, from your point of view, how you felt it's gone. I mean, it must be pretty much perfect game plan, executed to perfection so far for Neil Critchleys men. So you must be over the moon with it. And you must feel like you're only, as I said, you're only 1 goal from really killing this tie off at the moment.
Yeah, I think a third goal goes in, and that's it, right? Like, just a goal away now at this point. But
we are. I've just seen what's on next after this, and me and Tom will be live streaming the second half of this, and we'll also be live streaming Forest Green versus Newport coming up after this one as well. I won't be, but Tom says he'll stay on.
It's a club close to our heart. Now, Ian, when is the second leg of this match? Is it Thursday or Friday? Friday. I probably cannot live stream it, but I will do my damnedest to get to Glasgow in time to possibly be able to do some live streaming of this second leg.
I can tell you that I pretty much can't live stream it. I can do the first half, but I can't do the second half because evenings aren't very...
Is it another 6 o'clock kickoff?
It's 7:45.
I may be able to do the second half, Ian, but I'll let you know, and I will let our loyal viewers know
if we can stream it either way. I might be able to do the first half. Tom might be able to do the second half, kind of thing. If we did it, you could do it like that, I guess.
It will all depend on my trip to a place that's currently in Tier 3, and then once I'm there, the fact that I'm with family, and are they going to allow me an hour
that's
to
true.
do nothing?
True. I mean, I would personally say, and I know this is... Well, let's see what the score is at the end of this. Who's giving us give us a thumbs down?
Can we give us a thumbs down?
It doesn't really matter. It helps us out either way. Give us a thumbs down if you want. That shows us that you're engaged in the content.
Give us a thumb. We love thumbs.
Oh, they've removed it. Oh, maybe it was an accident. I don't know. But maybe I'm just going... Yeah, but maybe we'll just play it by ear then, Tom, on what we can and can't do. I mean, if it ends up 4-0 to Blackpool, maybe it's best if we don't stream it.
True.
If
Extremely true.
If it ends up 3-2 to Oxford, well, I'm afraid you're going to have to cancel your trip.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, and it is kicked off with absolute anarchy at the back for Blackpool. I mean, they've got the ball, but Ian, you'll see it in a second. They've not started the second half well.
Well, I think I'm even further behind now. Now I've had to switch to my iPad. I've just seen a false kickoff. It just kicked off. What minute are you on in yours?
45-40.
Okay, so I've literally just kicked off. So you're a good chunk of time ahead of me now, even longer than you were before. Let's see if I can get that back up on my.
See if we can get it back up to working. Robert Allen says he thinks Blackpool are better, but Oxford looked a threat. In addition, he says give the second half like a miss. It may be a dour affair. Well, you know what? It may be, but I'm hoping it's not. That's what I'm doing.
I think that there's definitely they look a lot. They're a lot more of an organised team, aren't they? They're very good at what they do. Everybody knows their job.
By the way, it's a complete return to form. Sykes has turned a bloke in the middle of the field, and they've just pulled his legs out from under him. Just keep the ball on the left side. As long as Ruffles isn't on it, Oxford look good. When Ruffles is on it, it's a little bit worrying.
I think Keshi Anderson's yellow card was silly, as it was an Oxford player pushing. Yeah, that was needless, absolutely needless. It wasn't a dangerous free kick to give away in that area of the pitch anyway. So I don't know why he needed to slow the game up and run away with the ball like he did. But grandstand bettors have weighed in with a good luck for the second half. I think we're going to need it, so we'll take every part of that 4-leaf clover. Thanks, Matt. Luck of the Notre Dame Irish.
Blackpool with another foul in the middle of the park. I think they've just taken it. Is it Hansen? Who have they? It's so hard to tell who they've taken out.
Yeah, Jamie Hansen's on the ball now.
Stewart's fouled him. Good little run on his part, and then Stewart's just come across him and does exactly what he's doing. Acts like he hasn't touched him. Classic.
I think it might have been on. Oh, fucking hell, I've just seen it. Yeah, it's terrible. It's on Brannigan.
Yeah, it's on Branner's. Fair. It's going to be another free kick, another Blackpool high line. How James Henry hits this. They've had so many free kicks today. It's another deep one. Flicked clear. They got the ball now out on the left side. Is this Barker? Barker, yep, driving in. Couple scissors. Ball in the box. Henry looked like he was offside, but yep, and Henry's offside for the third time.
Yeah, I think from Blackpool's point of view, this is kind of Oxford's weakest string to their bow when you've got them like just trying to smash the ball in from 40 yards out with free kicks. I think there's a lot of sides that would just fancy their chances of seeing Oxford out time and time again. Maybe Oxford just need to kind of stop doing it and maybe just start to try and maybe take quick free kicks.
These are deep free kicks. Like I'm surprised at the amount of times they're lining up for these.
Yeah, it's again against a side that is clearly very, very comfortable at defending anyway, and certainly good at defending set pieces. And it has to be something pretty special to score from that far out, or you're relying on someone to do what Josh Ruffles did and just kind of turn your back and flick your leg at it.
It does look like Viscount Daniel Adjington III Jr. may be coming on soon. It looked like he was just talking to Karl, talking through some tactics or lack thereof.
Karl had to have a chat with Adji at this. Oh, go on.
No, it's just Taylor. He's all over the shot today. He's just running into people. That's what he thinks. It's like Jamie Mackey, but Jamie Mackey didn't offer anything but that in a game. He hasn't fouled him. It's just you can see he's going for man, not ball right now. It's really, really frustrating.
Yeah, I've just seen it. Yeah, it's just. Yeah, well, I was going to say, Karl Robinson has to have a little chat with Adji before the start of the so not necessarily going to bring him on. He just has to make sure that like he's got everything out, like he's a school kid, right? He's got to make sure he's bought everything out from the changing room. Did you bring your lunch box? Did you bring your permission slip? Did you bring your shin pads?
The answer to all of these questions, oddly, is no. Dan Adji cannot be trusted, apparently.
Karl Robinson couldn't have been speaking to him. It must have been Craig Short.
Yep, Oxford now
Oh,
trying to use the right.
that was a good effort, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was. Oh, and Garbutt's gone down. He's just lying down. I don't know if he's hurt himself. He has literally just sat down on the floor. It looks like he's injured because no one's stretching him out. Is he stretching his own back out? Is he okay? He's now on all fours. Now it looks like he's. This is what you signed up for, brother. Garbutt's just. And now he's gotten himself off the pitch. No idea what's going on there. That was. If anyone knows what's happening with Luke Garbutt, please tell me.
I like James Huggett's just put. We've had a Connor Phillips has just gone. None. I think he's fallen asleep on the keyboard. James Huggett, regarding the scientific second leg, will the fun pub strippers be wearing masks around the town? Maybe.
I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Tommy's going. Tommy, he's on the train up to Blackpool. It's just whether he can make it to Blackpool in time.
Exactly. It's a long journey.
He wants to go to Bloomfield Road, and then he's starring in a live cabaret act at Blackpool Tower on Friday.
So they are now officially double marking Brendan Barker every time he's on the ball. He's just basically to smack across right into one of them just in an effort to get something to happen because there's just two of them there every time he gets on the ball. Now he's pinned one. It's 1-on-1. He's driving across the face of the goal, 18 yards out. Looks like a very good tackle. And ball luckily runs out of play, and Oxford get it way back in their own half. But it's a return to form. Barker is just driving him nuts.
Yeah, knowing Robinson, he'll probably take him off in 10 minutes.
But does he have another option?
He
needs to rest him for the second leg. It's all to play for in the second leg. This is nil. Oh, no. Oh, ball to the middle. Sykes, one-on-one goalkeeper. Oh, what a save from Maxwell. Barker on the ball now outside the area. Is he going to have a dig? He's had a poor dig, and Sykes should have scored.
It's Mark Sykes in a nutshell, isn't it? Mark Sykes.
How has he not put this? This is it. This is gilt-edged.
Yep. Yeah, great run from Sykes from deep. I'm just seeing it now. Brilliant run. Gets in behind. Yeah, it's a really good save.
It's off his shin.
Scoring that.
It's come off his shin. I know it's bobbling, but Karl Robinson is up, and he's doing well to control himself.
Yeah, he's got to score. He's got. I mean, that's a wonderful ball through, and it's a great run. Everything's perfect apart from the finish. And I know he's kind of stumbled a little bit into that, but you've got to show a bit more composure there. Yeah, he looked like the only thing he was going to do was just shut his eyes and hit it.
Yeah,
which is unfortunate. Again, that's the thing. It falls to the guy. The chance falls to the guy who hasn't scored a goal all season.
Yeah, it is. Sykes' good game mildly undone by that sort of thing, but still, it's another chance for Oxford, and it's their first real clear gilt-edged chance of the game.
What's the good thing about Sykes is he won't go into his shell.
No,
he'll keep going. He'll keep getting in there, trying to make chances happen, which is good. And it's encouraging. You know, Oxford can only look at that as an encouraging sign that they're actually trying to get in. They're actually able to get in behind this Blackpool line
and through the middle as well. Like that was just cut them wide open. Oh, still. Wow. Sorry, it's one of those weird ones where I want to comment on it, but you're like, oh, it's up, it's down. Oh no, okay.
I know. I had many of them over the course of the season where you want to start talking, but you're not sure whether it's going to be worthwhile. So you just
and you can't. You're like, if it breaks, no, is it? No, nothing happened. Ladies and gentlemen, this is fantastic commentary, by the way. Sky and BT are eating this up. They're talking about using our stream for their coverage.
We're certainly showing the Radio Oxford boys how to do it.
Exactly. They don't know what they're doing. Break here from Blackpool. Ball down the left in the box, cuts it back, but well out by, I want to say, a midfielder. Blackpool on the ball now, having a little spell of possession.
Tom, we've had a comment from one of your favourite people.
Tell me.
Brexit Boys on tour. I just want to see that Blackpool chance before I say it. Before I don't read it out. Yeah, it was a good block. I'm going to assume he's a Blackpool fan. Let's go. Get in 2-0. going, oop.
Excellent. Blackpool fans, congratulations on your performance thus far and the result thus far. You guys have executed quite a game plan. It feels like Oxford are playing Wickham again. Anyone who followed my coverage of Wickham will know what an underhanded comment that is.
Yeah. You know, Oxford have been miles the better side. Blackpool have been completely lucky. They should have had at least 2 red cards. Oxford should have had a couple of penalties. There was a blatant handball that was not given, and and the second goal was a joke. It was deflected. First goal must have been a push on Ruffles because he wouldn't defend that badly normally. So there you go. All things point to me not being bitter at all.
I can't wait to do the post match. I just want to hear some absolute nonsense. It is quite an entertaining game. Actually, the only times I tend to go silent is when Blackpool actually get on the ball because they're not forcing the issue by any stretch. Really, they are just in control, aren't they?
Yeah, you know what, I'm really worried that I'm worried that Oxford are going to push and push and push, and they're going to get like a late goal from like a set piece.
Yeah.
At the end. And what can you do? What can you do if that happens? What can you do?
They have to force the issue. 2-0, 3-0. Either way, you've conceded a bunch of goals away from home. You'd rather they try and score than they decide they want to go to Blackpool. They want to go to Bloomfield Road 2-0 down because that's nuts. And they did you watch any of the Man United pre-match before this? Because it was on before this.
I didn't watch any pre-match.
They had Gary Neville interviewing Ferguson and Fergie talking about how the final 15 or 20 minutes when you're losing a game, you're essentially duty bound to put 4 players in the box. And he's like, what is the point of having 4 defenders and 4 midfielders when you're losing a game? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And it's your duty as a football club to attack at that point. And he's like, and it affects teams. Every now and then you'll concede that third goal. But most of the time, oh my God. They've missed. Blackpool look like they've missed a tap in down the right side. Good ball across the box. I mean, it's a bit of an angle. It is a bit of an angle. Sims was offside anyway. He's missed it. But guy running in on the right post, he's just absolutely skied that.
Yeah, but that's what it looks like. It looks quite easy for them to get in when they do get in. Yeah.
He's trying to be too cute. It's like he was trying to chip it.
Look, but what do you say? I mean, in this instance here, where you have got another leg, and let's say it is 5 minutes to go, and it is 2-0, is it worth throwing caution to the wind to lose 3, to pretty much just be out of it? Then, if you do lose 3-0, rather than lose 2-0, and you still got a better chance.
Hold on, Stewart's got a yellow card. Brannigan, great job, steals the ball off someone's foot, jumps over one tackle, plays it off, and Stewart's just come through him. I think that's got to be for repeated offenses because that wasn't the worst thing he's done in this game. Yeah, it is, because 2-0 against the best defense, you've got to go up to Bloomfield Road and score 3 goals. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's too many.
Well, you can score 2 and then still try and, you've got to get at least 2 to get force extra time. And
so that would make it 3 straight matches you played against this team without scoring a goal, and a team that averages less than they don't concede even a goal a game, and you're assuming you'll get at least 2 when they're at home with fans.
Sure.
I think
fans are a bit by the by in this to me, but it's do you not at 2-0, if you're going gung ho at the end of the first leg to try and get that first goal, to get that goal back, if you're 2-0 down, you're still not in it, but you're kind of in it, whereas 3-0 down, you are almost indefinitely out of it.
I think I'd risk it, is what I'm saying. I
don't think you'd risk it quite to the Fergie levels of...
No, but I would definitely throw Adji on for probably James Henry at this point and put him up behind Taylor or up with Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe bring Brannigan a bit more central with Sykes and just tell the 2 of them that they're both allowed to attack, essentially. You want to drive forward, drive forward. One of you wants to hold. But, final 15 minutes especially,
it's a poor
could
foul
really use a goal. And if this peters out to 2-0, I'll be disappointed. Although it doesn't look like it's going to do that by any stretch. But if it does do that, I'll be quite disappointed. Oh, good tackle from Blackpool.
Lord Lukens, he's at it again. He says, watching Brandon Barker's legs is like watching strobe lights.
Is that because they're so white?
It could be. Jaden Davis, Blackpool going up. Well, giving themselves a better chance than Oxford are giving themselves. Put it that way.
60 minutes in, that is correct.
Just beat them 3. Exactly. Just beat them 3-0. Just beat them 3-0. Well,
I do like watching League One and seeing what would constitute so often a foul in the Premier League doesn't constitute anything in League One. There's so much contact. Brandon Barker down the left, ball into the middle. Oh, he skied it! He's missed a tap-in. James Henry has missed an absolute tap-in from 12 yards out. Great play from Barker. He's run 60 meters with the ball. He's double marked, or not 60 meters, 25 meters. Puts it right across the face. It's a tap-in.
Yeah.
That's two. Two in the second half that they've
that's terrible. Yeah, I've just seen it. It's a terrible miss. It's great work again by Barker. He's been the best Oxford United player by a distance so far in this game. And it's a terrible miss by James Henry. It's a shocking miss by Henry.
Yeah.
It's at the very least you've got to put it on target. And there'll be some people questioning Henry's decision-making, no doubt. You are trying to set a record for microphone spikes here, Thomas, as well, by the way.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's what the people come for.
Extremely crackly. You're in shout mode.
Sorry. To be fair, I think if the mic was closer, it wouldn't be as bad. But yes. Yeah, this is
also, you've got to keep going. I mean, you've still got half an hour here.
Yeah.
Still got half an hour. This is and the encouraging things is they are creating chances against this Blackpool side.
They are.
It's not as if it's like the game against them at home. I don't think I can remember any chances Oxford had in that match, apart from a few maybe half chances. But here you can point to 2 or 3 real gilt-edged chances for Oxford in this game.
Sykes and Henry have both just missed one 100%.
Yeah.
Free kick here to Oxford on the right-hand side of the pitch. This is an area where you would swing a pass in. I think Oxford are going to start getting cuter with these, though, and look to almost just trick them and play a ball down the right.
Yeah, I think so, too. A bit too predictable, aren't they? Just trying to get the ball into the box all the time. Nice little sneaky kick by Jamie Hansen then.
Yeah. Here it is. Hold on. Henry whipping a ball in.
That was Elliot Lee.
Great ball in. Oh, nothing doing. I don't know. Maxwell's going to pick it up. Looks like Moore tried to get a head on it, but just couldn't get anything out of it. Just seeing it just goes into the crowd. I think Moore might have even turned his back on it by the time it's gotten to him.
Bit of a 50p.
They've got to think of something better, because it's been like this all season when they're on free kicks, hasn't it? It's just not a lot being offered.
They have little flurries where there's sometimes. I mean, they have little flurries of form with their set pieces. It's just you have sides that look damn good at defending set pieces and sides that look crap at defending set pieces. And Blackpool certainly look like a very well organised team that it's got to be pretty good delivery to catch them out.
Yeah.
Down the right
side, ball across the face, and it's garbage. It is a garbage ball from Henry. It's easily cleared. Oh my God! Oxford they're threatening. They're genuinely threatening, and that is Henry just hasn't had the touch today at all. Like, he's not. It is a terror. When you see it, you'll see what I mean. Like, the cross lacks any power. It's 3 foot off the ground. He had to drive that to the 6-yard box. I think Taylor was in.
Yeah, it's an awful. Yeah, I've seen it now. Yeah, it's terrible.
Corner.
It's just, someone calling Henry a donkey.
Well cleared. Ball out on the right. Oh, cleared for another corner, looking very exciting. I think Keshi's just cleared that, or are they calling offside? Looks like Oxford got another corner. Chance of yellows clearly going up from the fans behind the goal.
You're not saying the usual things that I say when Oxford have a corner.
Well, I think you should probably say them. Ian, we've got a corner. What should they do?
I think it's a great chance to get the big men up from the back.
Cue ball. Oh, they tried a cute one that time, and it's cleared. And for some reason, Oxford don't even look like they've got that many players in the box. That was weird. The amount of Blackpool players to Oxford players, looked like 2-1.
Yeah, it looked a bit. Have we got another corner out of that?
No, it's back now. The goalkeeper, Oxford is slowly trying to make their way forward. Bought a foul. Nope, referee doesn't want to give him the bought foul. And it's a 1-on-1. Oh no, Blackpool are moving backwards now. It's 4-on-5 though. If Blackpool want to attack, they can. There they are.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I agree with you with some of these set pieces as well. Like the movement just seems like players just aren't anticipating it. Like the Moore did look like he turned his head on the ball, and that one there was a nice little change up from Oxford, and players looked like they were just standing still.
Sims, by the way, mate, is looking incredibly dangerous. You're about to see it. He gets the ball on the right side. Looks like he's almost turned his defender. They get it out. It's a corner now to Blackpool. This is a tense game. Oxford turn off. They just turn off.
Handful, any Ellis Sims.
Yeah, this is such a great forward line. And Yates hasn't done anything in this game. I mean, it's amazing, but he's offered nothing and he hasn't had to, and he's the second highest scorer in the league. Interesting ball, incredibly deep, yet somehow they've headed it down to one of their own. Cleared now by Oxford, up, and there is not a single Oxford player near the halfway line. Even Taylor was only 30 yards out of his own goal.
Don't mind it.
Interesting tactics.
Don't mind it.
All the way back to Maxwell, who's flicked it on to Sims. Sims has won the header. Ruffles hasn't even challenged him. They got the ball out on the right, and eventually Brannigan tackles him, and it's a throw in to Blackpool.
So Cyber Jeff calling James Henry a donkey. Lord Lucan asking if football is a drug that we're all addicted to. I think the obvious answer to that is yes. And Colt Blake saying it's a great show, good show. Don't want to say great, good.
Taylor's off.
Real boy in Wales.
Then Taylor's off. Winnell's on. Adjie's on. Lee is off. Sorry, you may continue.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, I would have kept Elliot Lee on and taken Henry off, but Elliot Lee hasn't exactly done too much in this game either, so
no,
you can't really quibble.
I think it was the right call to take Taylor off as well. He is.
Yeah, he's had a poor game.
He's had a poor game, and he's been too hyped for himself. Yeah. Like it's just. He's risking a lot by constantly committing fouls.
But he hasn't done anything. He hasn't been very good at holding the ball up. He hasn't linked the play very well. And I know he's been giving away a lot of petulant fouls, but he hasn't been doing a lot of the. He hasn't done a lot of the things you need him to do when he's up front on his own.
Yeah, he's.
I know it's difficult against Blackpool's defence, but you would imagine Winnell and Adjie are going to be a damn sight better at holding the ball up.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if we can just get over this little patch that Blackpool are having now, putting some pressure on.
It's an extremely poor corner from Blackpool that's resulted in a goal kick to Stevens.
Good.
And they're playing it short. Everybody, by the way, please, if you're enjoying this stream, please do smash the like button. If you guys like hanging out with us and doing these live streams, please consider super chatting us, even for like a quid. Send us a sticker or something. Or if you really like the channel, we are constantly producing content. Please consider following us on Patreon. It's pinned to the top of this chat. We really do appreciate all the support. And there's Karl screaming his head off. Yes, Karl, get loud. The whole stadium must hear you. You are God to Oxford. Everything you say happens. Yeah. I'm enjoying this.
I can tell. I wasn't enjoying that pass straight out of play from Sam Winnell.
Yeah, not great. Not great, Bob. Not great.
There he is. I've just seen him. I've just seen him shouting. He's asking for a buxom woman to come near him, I think.
Him and Jack Grealish are going on a night out. Oh, man. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, because normally when you make a bunch of changes, teams do kind of lose their flow. I didn't think Lee was playing badly. It didn't look like they were even trying to get the ball down the right-hand side of the pitch at any point, really. Everything's gone through Barker and Sykes. And
It's a large clutching of straws, but I wonder if the impact of not having Long there has influenced Oxford a little bit.
Yeah,
because he does add a lot to Oxford going forward as well, and kind of helps out getting space for the likes of Lee and Henry too. So I wonder if Hansen being in that position hasn't exactly helped. But yeah, I think they've both been quiet.
Yeah,
Lee
they
and
have.
Henry. We said it earlier. We said it earlier on. Nothing's really changed. Barker's been by far Oxford's best player, and Sykes is probably has been second behind that, really.
Yeah, 100%. If he hadn't missed that shot, I'd be significantly more effusive in my praise for him.
Yeah, I just think his energy's been good. He's tried to like break the lines constantly all game. He's tried to, he's been the guy trying to get like into little pockets of space and make things happen. Which, and again, it's annoying that he missed that chance, but other than that, he's been really good.
So, Adji here down the right. He's not a right winger, but he's managed to turn 2 players and they've kept the ball, which is important. Ball down the right to what looks like Winnell. Winnell on the ball now for the first time. He's in the corner, gives it to Adji. Adji looks like he wants to drive to the touchline. Nope, he's dribbled over himself and been tackled. I don't think anyone's surprised by that because Daniel Adjington should never be given that much time on the ball. He gets confused.
Oh, mate, this is just Adji in a nut. You've literally just described Adji in a nutshell. He gets the ball. Sometimes he just keeps it, whereas inexplicable, you wouldn't think he'd ever be able to keep it, and he just manages to wriggle free. And then when he gets in like little pockets of space, he'll do something like just trip over the ball.
Ian, I have some shocking news to you. Danny Welbeck is going off the pitch injured right now for Brighton. I don't think anyone has ever heard those words said before.
Well, I think you might as well. You might as well rip up any betting slips you had on England to win the
down
Euros
the right.
then.
Well cleared. It's gone out for a throw-in.
I said you better rip up any betting slips you had on England to win the Euros, and because Danny Welbeck's going off injured.
Also, Ian, Karim Benzema has just been called up for France.
Here we go.
Wow.
Has hell frozen over?
And which is ironic because the reason he was dropped was blackmail, and he's going on trial this year for blackmail for that very thing. Interesting time to call him back into the squad.
Roger's back from that was a long burger break, Roger. He's just come back. He said at least his burger was hot. Oxford decidedly not. Nice, he's a poet. Blackpool are flying. Hughes very trying, but 2-1 away worth a shot.
Indeed. Now, if only Karl wanted to risk it, but he doesn't. Barker is coming really deep. They've changed something. Barker is getting the ball behind Ruffles half the time now. It's like he's been moved central, but he was so effective out wide. He's running through the middle essentially now. Oxford, though, 5 players in a row up front in front of the kind of a midfield. Dan Adji turns 1, plays a nice little ball, 1-2. He's in the box. Oh, for God's sake, he took way too long deciding to shoot there. He just kept thinking, I don't want it on my left. And they're breaking. It's Yates driving down the right side. He's turned his defender. He plays it into Sims. Sims 3-0.
Yeah, I already had some people in the chat writing that 3-0 up there. I'm so far behind. I'm just seeing Adji going into the box now. Yeah, agreed. He had a chance to shoot there, didn't he? And this is what we were worried about: is Blackpool just kind of picking us off on the break? And that's exactly what they've done. It's a very simple move. Elliot Moore's got no pace to keep up with Sims, and it's nice play between the front two. And simple as you like.
Atkinson's been completely turned there. I mean, he's a good defender, but he has had a shocking game here. To let him just cut inside like that and play a pass, like the goal is the number one thing you defend, not the outside. You just let him run outside right if you want. Like, what are you doing? That's poor defending again, and it's a good goal from Blackpool. They've been clinical when they've gotten the chance.
Yeah, exactly right. They've been clinical, and especially in this second half, that they've been very clinical. And Oxford are the ones ruining those missed chances.
Keshi Anderson coming off, bit of applause, deserved. He's been really good today. He's been a real threat, and he's managed to break up the play a lot in this.
Stick to boat racing. Well, yes. That just shows you how much you know about Oxford, that comment there. Or dumbass comment that is. But, yeah, I agree with the terrible bit.
Really need to offer something here going forward. This is... Again, but they haven't played. This is such a weird match of football.
Yeah,
They haven't
I can't
played
believe
badly.
I can't believe it's been I can't believe it's been so one-sided
Sykes
in
down the
terms of the
left,
scoreline.
across the face to Adji. It's cleared for a corner, but there's no striker in the box. Winnall just doing the same thing Taylor did and being like feeling like the outside of the pitch is more interesting than the actual middle. Big men coming forward. There's more. Barker against the edge of the box. Atkinson's coming in. Looks like they might actually put some players forward finally on a corner. James Henry, maybe he'll get a ball in, right? Really high looping ball. They've won the first header. Cleared with the second. Flicked in. Flicked again. Blackpool get the ball out and they're breaking, but it's 4-on-3. Blackpool coming down the right-hand side. Poor ball. Well defended by Oxford. Good. And they instantly are looking to attack. They play the ball out right. There's Adji on the right-hand side of the pitch. This guy is hilarious. I love him. He's
a joy to watch.
He honestly, he can't decide what to do half the time. And Husband is adjudged to have fouled Adji by the look of it, and Oxford have a free kick. Adji turns him. Husband falls on the ball. I mean, it does look like Adji holds on to Husband for a period of that, but it also looks like Husband's just trying to throw him off the pitch. So, bit of excitement.
A few people saying, Lucas Oliver, what's the score, lads? Unfortunately, it's Oxford United 0, Blackpool 3. Alex Christodoulou, we can only hope Blackpool try and shut up shop on Friday and we grab something. Well, I don't even think that's kind of... I think you have to kind of hope for a bloody... early penalty, early red card, something like that. Something really drastic has to go in Oxford's favour.
Really poor free kick from James Henry. Maxwell comes just to the edge of the 6-yard box and collects it. James Husband has just, I think it's James Husband at least, Husband has just literally shouted, "It's fucking dog shit" at the referee. There's no other translation that could possibly be.
James Huggett says he appreciates our coverage and he says good work. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I need those kind words today. Atkinson Atkinson to QPR.
Yeah.
Apparently that's the Cat Blake is dropping the exclusive there to join Rob Dickey.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. By the way, guys, if you are enjoying this, please do consider super chatting us or joining our Patreon. It's only £3 a month on the lowest tier, and we really appreciate all the support. And maybe finally we can get you in some actual headphones. That'd be nice.
Hey, I'm happy using the old-fashioned kind of
single bud
cup and string.
That string is all the way from Lincoln to here, and every now and then someone steps on it, and I can't hear anything.
Yeah. I tell you, Tom, I'm glad I can nip off at the end of this, but Tom is staying on to do Newport versus Forest Green. So do stick around to him on that one. He is definitely going to do it. So if he doesn't, make sure I'll leave his address down below and you can send him a lot of hate mail. Even though he did pass his driving test today. Well done, Thomas.
Yeah, something good happened today. Something good did happen today.
Most people do that when they turn 11. Tom.
Yeah, 3-0, by the way. I'm seeing all these comments in the chat. Like, Oxford fans who've watched this game, or maybe, like, again, I don't think we're being unfair on Blackpool at all. Like, 3-0. They picked them off. They deserve to be 3-0 up. They've done well defending. But, like, does this really feel like a 3-0? Like, it doesn't feel like 3-0 at all.
It hasn't felt like Blackpool have absolutely like destroyed Oxford or anything like that. They've just took advantage of some crap defending.
Yeah.
And being good at the back themselves. I mean, obviously that includes the goalkeeper as well.
Barker's coming off, and Hansen's come off. Ford and Shadipo have come on. I don't mind Shadipo coming on. I don't know why you take your best player off, and you've killed his game by moving him centrally in the first place, and he just couldn't get touch on the ball or time. You've gone through. What are you resting Barker for?
Thomas, Big Bobby A has said well done. That's all that matters.
Thank you, Robbie.
Steve Nifton, 3-0 down, no problem from a posh fan. Yeah, well, I don't know whether you're saying you're happy because, that's because you want Oxford to suffer, or whether you'd back Posh to come back from 3-0 down. You probably would. You're doomed, Oxford. Yeah, it bloody looks like it. Lucas Oliver's a Sunderland fan, says 3-0 down. Are you joking? Sadly not. Sadly not. I wish I were.
Ian, it's a corner to Oxford. The big men are all forward. Some reason Henry is still taking these. He's put both hands up. He's whipped it into the box. It's right at Maxwell. Maxwell doesn't even move. He stands still, jumps and catches it for the 8,453rd bad free kick for Mr. Henry. Please continue with the comments.
No, I've kind of got to it. You're definitely not going to Wembley. I know. These comments are great. They really are, as if like I've never watched a game of football in my life. Why are Oxford not favourites? But I know you're only trying to wind me up. So and it is working. So you can probably keep going in that regard. I mean, it's just bloody. It's just so what's so frustrating now is this second leg just seems absolutely meaningless.
Yeah,
you just 100%. Feel like you just. And I know that you shouldn't think like that because anything can happen, but I just really would almost rather just say, right, Blackpool, you have the final. We won't even bother.
Just out of interest, Ian, would you not rather be 3-0 down because you risked everything as opposed to what happened in this game where just yet another defensive errors caused you to be 3-0 down? Like, I would rather he'd put Winnell on and Adji on and risked it all and they just got caught out because they have like 5 strikers on the pitch. Like, It almost like
isn't that kind of what happened though?
No, they didn't. They were like for like subs. They kept their shape. They didn't risk everything. It was a 3-on-3 defensive movement, and Atkinson just let him turn him inside.
Hey, nobody is a like for like sub when Adji comes on.
Good point. He actually improved the team, and they got worse. Madness.
Unique as a football, as a person, he is definitely unique. I take your point.
Shadipo on the left here. Shadipo, he's trying to pin his defender, gets all the space, taking lots of touches, coming across, can't decide what to do. Running back left, but there's a complete overload. Ball into the box. Oh, well cleared by, looks like Husband for a corner. Interesting decision-making going on now. Both Adji and Shadipo both have the ability to just destroy the player in front of them or basically trip over the ball and walk themselves out of play on accident, and it's really fun trying to figure out what's going to happen.
Shadipo is another one that likes to just overrun the ball.
Another Henry. It's Ford with the corner. In 6-yard blocks blocked. Three Blackpool headers in their own area, and Oxford not winning any of them. Now they're playing it down the right. Blackpool attacking. Good challenge from Jeremiah. He's got the ball out as the last man for a throw-in. But how have Blackpool won 3 straight headers in their own box when you put like 8 men in there?
Yeah. No comment on that, really. We got a few. Right. Alex Christodoulou, we need a clinical striker to have any chance next season. Yeah, it feels like it's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult. I mean, Taylor has scored 18 goals. Why is Oxford player worse than Bristol Rovers?
I think I mean playing, but tough to know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why.
I don't think they're playing worse than that. Like again,
scoreline dictates everything, Thomas. The scoreline dictates everything.
Fair enough.
It's if England were losing 3-0 to San Marino, you wouldn't be saying that. Oh, I don't think England have played too bad.
This is like England playing bloody France, though.
If Man United were losing to Villarreal 3-0, I don't think you'd be saying, I don't think Man United have played too bad. You'd be going, this is why Ollie needs more help and is the best manager without help in the Premier League. Anyway, I predicted Oxford to win, but look what happened. Well, there's your mistake, Lucas. That is a bloody mistake. Why did you back Oxford to win? Thanks very much, mate. You've clearly jinxed us. Teresa Price says she leaves to move to Blackpool. Yeah, I think that is. I think that's a good option.
Great ball in from Shadipo.
Good fun.
Great ball in from Shadipo. Maxwell's run into his own defender to clear it. Shadipo's offside. Henry tries to play in the ball. Is he going to touch it? He's touched it. Is he going to get called offside? There it is. There's the offside flag. Shadipo, mate, come on. Get onside.
Tom,
you've been playing for 3
I've got a
minutes.
question. We have done a predictions video on this, Lucas, but we will give our predictions there. Who do you think is going to win tomorrow out of Lincoln and Sunderland?
I think I predicted a Sunderland win.
You did predict a Sunderland win, so that deserves a thumbs up, Lucas. If you haven't, I've gone for a cagey draw. I think Lincoln are a decent side. I think it'll be 2 sides kind of cancelling each other out, and I've gone for a 1-1 draw in that one. Our great goal scoring season is a lie. We had 3 or 4 games where we scored 4 or 5 goals, and then Alex, I can't argue with that. I mean,
no one can.
We did have little periods of the season where we really struggled to score.
Sam Winnell has just come off and been replaced by Gorin.
Injured.
Yeah, but your substitution for your striker is a defensive centre midfielder.
Who else has he got?
I don't know. Maybe he could have brought McClare into the squad and actually used him. Isn't it McClare?
George Clare.
Clare. Yeah, Clare. Sorry, not McClare.
Yeah, I guess that's a hindsight thing, isn't it? I don't think you can justify. I don't think you can legislate for. Or maybe you can with Sam Winnell, but I don't think you can legislate for striker coming on. He has brought on all the other attacking options. You need to have some defensive options on there. But look, I'm not going to give him a hard time about that one. Whatever. Sunderland always struggle. Sunderland do not always struggle against Oxford. You beat us. You were the only side to do the double over us this season, and it's. And Alex, you didn't. I mean, it's a good point. As I say, there have been large parts of this season where we did struggle, and there have been times where it kind of clicked and Oxford looked pretty good, but largely pretty good and scored a lot of goals against the sides lower down the league, and certainly not the sides up the top of the league. I'd like to see how many goals we've scored against the top 6 or the top 8 this season. I would be surprised if it was double figures.
I'd be surprised if it's more than 3.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm just trying to think.
They've been so poor against.
We got one in 2 games against Hull.
Okay.
We didn't score against Blackpool. We didn't score against Peterborough. We didn't score against Sunderland. We scored 2 against Lincoln.
That's 3.
We scored 1 against Portsmouth. Yeah, and then Charlton was so 4.
4 goals.
Bit of a damning statistic, really, isn't it?
It's bad. It has been bad. I have enjoyed this game. I will say that. Obviously, Oxford fans are not going to have enjoyed this game, but as a football fan, it's been a pretty entertaining game. It is petering out now. The 5 subs Oxford have made have just completely pulled them apart. I mean, they're going for it. I'm not blaming them for it. It's disjointed. Blackpool have complete control now. They're not really giving away a huge amount of chances. What they are giving away is corners, and they know they can clear them because Oxford can't win a header in the box.
Has Goran done well?
So well. He's already man of the match, actually, since he came on. Blackpool are holding the ball at the corner flag because apparently you need to protect a 3-0 lead because she might not stay.
Yeah, no problem. Lucas giving us loads of chats. I love it. Yeah, no problem for us knocking Pompey out. I think everyone apart from Pompey was quite happy with that one. And yeah, I'm also glad we didn't have to play Portsmouth in these playoffs and have 2 very boring games like we had last time, although we won on penalties. Hughes back to early season form, very poor defending and missed goals. Yeah, can't argue with that. I think we've just hit a bit of a nail on the head, really, with the way we've played against the sides in the top half of the league. It's just been too sloppy at the back and wasteful up front, and all in all, not good enough. Losing, yeah, well. You say that, Lucas, but when we win 5-0 at Bloomfield Road, you don't have to feel too sorry for us.
It will set up quite an interesting second leg. Like, Oxford are going to have to go hell for leather to get back into this match in the second leg.
Bollocks. You're talking absolute bollocks.
No?
It'll set up an interesting second. No, it's not going to be interesting at all. It's going to be frustrating and annoying. If Oxford come away, let's say if Oxford win 2-0, right? Win the game 2-0, they give it a really good go. All you will be thinking is, why the fuck didn't they fucking do this in the first leg?
I'm thinking that right now. Just enjoy the fact that in the second leg, they're going to have to go so attacking.
Luckily for me, literally in the field over from where I live, there is a fun fair at the moment, and I think I might go over this and beat up some jippos.
Why do you talk out loud? When you say it's not Wick, it's Wick, Do you mean Wyke?
Wyke.
Is it Wyke?
It's Wyke. It's Charlie. You did say Wick. It is Charlie. It's Wyke.
Wyke.
But I did, that was the thing. It was that was Tom's little bit in the video, was him mispronouncing every Sunday.
Everyone's name was mispronounced in those videos,
and so
except
it was your chance to correct him in the comments.
Oxford had the chance to go forward there. I think James Henry tried to buy the foul, which was kind of pointless. Shadipo's driving in. He's had a dig. Players cleared it in the center. Real chance here. Oh. You'll see it. You can describe it. I don't have the time. It's just like every chance they've had in this game. And now an Oxford player's gone down with cramp. Where are you cramping from? To Alec Gore. Oh, it's Brannigan. Oh, fair enough. You have run quite a lot. Have you seen the chance yet?
No, I was just laughing at you. If it was Goran, he would have started cooking laughing. I saw Shadipo hit a shot which Blackpool player looked like he'd taken a bullet to the head, and then it was just everybody standing around.
Yeah. Oh, if you look at all
now an Oxford player's down. Is it got? Oh no, it's Brannigan.
That's for you, Ian Allen. You sumbitch. Branners looks like he's in quite a lot of discomfort here. He just keeps shaking his head, which is
if you can't laugh, Oxford fans, then I'm afraid you'll be in a lot of tears, I'm afraid. But remember how bad things have been in the past. Remember Remember losing to Tonbridge Angels when we were in the National League in the FA Trophy, whatever it was. Remember to all those dog and duck sides we used to lose to and how embarrassing it was, and how we would have dreamed to be in a playoff League One semi-final against the almighty Blackpool back then. So remember that when we have to, I don't know, cry into our beer glasses later on tonight.
A beer sounds nice though, doesn't it? Or maybe just pure ethanol. A glass of ethanol is really nice right now. We will be jumping off straight at full time. There's about 3 minutes. There's 4 minutes of added time. We've got about 2 left, but plus Brannigan's injury, you can expect 3 or 4 more. We got to jump straight off and do our review video, so apologies for not staying on and crying.
A slippery nipple.
Could do a slippery nipple if you'd prefer. I don't mind some sex on the beach.
Oh, God.
Karl
this is a family show.
Karl is still down there barking out instructions.
Next year we said you'd fancy a circumcised lad.
You say things.
Is that not a cocktail? I just thought you put 2 words together. It makes a cocktail.
So many inappropriate jokes. So many inappropriate jokes.
That's what Tom celebrated with when he passed his driving test.
No, Ian, shh. Quiet. Your mother's listening.
Who do you think is going to the championship? Blackpool. Well, Lucas, you know what? Because you're a Sunderland fan, of course, we're going to say Sunderland.
Black Cats, baby! Aidan McKee.
Pour ourselves out to Sunderland and say, get the job done. You've been in this league far too long. Sick of the sight of you. Get up into that championship and play again. And then you'll probably invariably skip straight up into the Premier League and be struggling at the bottom of the Premier League again. And it'll be like all this was a lovely little dream.
It was a little dream. On that note, please, if you like dream videos, go look up our greatest hits, because the dream video remains the best. I watched it the other day. It's fantastic.
No, I thought my comments just about the what you celebrated with after your driving test were there.
That's just disgusting. You should not be allowed to talk.
Thank you, Roger. Thank you for saying that we gave you just a little crumb of entertainment. If we have taken the edge off this rather stinging defeat for Oxford United in any way, shape or form, let us know. Well done to Blackpool as well. And thanks for the Blackpool fans for being on here. You know, what can you say? You know, deserved it. Just better at defending than us and more clinical than us in front of goal. And you're almost certainly in the final now. I can't see any way back for Oxford in this one.
To win the next leg 10-0. 10-0!
Yeah. But don't be surprised if I have to back. I can't show weakness, so I will be backing Oxford to win, of course, by some silly scoreline.
5-0. 10-0.
But you never know. Who knows? First 5 minutes at Bloomfield Road, like what we should have had today. Red card penalty. and it may be a different game.
Referee, where were you? What were you doing? Who paid
Even
you
though
off?
it was a clear booking, and even though it was 10 yards outside the box, what should it have been, Tom?
Red card and a penalty. To be fair,
You
it
know.
could have been a red card.
No, Marcelo Azevedo. Sorry, terrible pronunciation on my part. The second leg is actually on Friday. Friday at 7:45 UK time.
And we will not be live
Unfortunately,
streaming.
though, and we're calling this now, we are not streaming it.
No.
We're not streaming it. I can't do evenings that much, or certainly when they get late into the evening. And Tom is on a train traveling up into what he likes to call tier 3.
I'm on a highway to hell, baby.
Exactly. No stop signs, speed limits.
I'm actually going to find all these Rangers fans and party with them because they look like they know how to have a good time.
Exactly. He don't mean QPR, folks.
No, I do mean QPR. Right. That's it. It's over. Ian, take us out and tell me when to click end on the stream.
Yeah. Look, that goes without saying, it's not the result we wanted. It's a terrible result. We're almost certainly out of this tie now before the second leg even kicks off. Just beaten by a more organised, better side that just took advantage of Oxford's frailties at the back. Oxford had their chances, but just couldn't take them. But thanks for watching it with us. We do really appreciate it. I had some fun. I don't know about you, Thomas.
I've really enjoyed myself, and I really enjoyed the game, and I'm sad to say Oxford lost.
Yeah, and thanks for all the likes, and thanks for the support on the channel, and do watch the other videos that we put out as well, including the very somber, if I can hold it together, video about Oxford's this loss, as we'll put our review video up at some point tonight. But look, what can you do? Don't get too upset about it. It's a crap result, but it is only football at the end of the day. But I'm off to